Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We'll begin in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning the session number 8. The theme of this session is processing requirements in halal production. I would like to request to the stage session chair, Dr. Zenaida Haji Zaidan. Please come and take your seat. Also, I would like to request all speakers of the session, and the speakers are Dr. Hani Altmur and Czesław Rolla. Please come and take your seats. Welcome to the stage. The first speaker is Dr. Hani Altmur, professor at the Al-Barqa Applied University in Amman, the CEO of the Scientific Food Center in Jordan. The topic of the presentation is food safety in halal food preparation and production process.
السلام عليكم. يسعد مساكم. احنا in Arabic. First, I want to thank Mr. Saleh and Mr. Asad for giving me this chance to come here and know these people, nice people, and talking in food here. And also I want to thank HALAL, Polish-Halal Institute. My talk in food safety and food processing, halal production of halal food. I will begin as an introduction. This one. We said yesterday and today, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, كلوا مما رزقكم الله حلالا طيبا. يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا. In English, Allah has provided you as a good and lawful and people or man eat of what is on earth for lawful and good. This is an introduction. طيبة حلالا طيبا. My presentation on food safety. طيبا, it's a word, but mean in the end safety. One of the words maybe safe food. Before 3 years, I wrote my book in Arabic, and I wrote in the first line of my book the ayah سورة عبسة فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه. Anyone, let man look to his food. And I will ask you, who is established HASAB? HASAB program, HASAB system. Anyone can answer me? They wrote Blissberry, yes? Company name Blissberry for NASA food. You know this point? I said here, Allah tell us about HASAB from the beginning, before Blissberry and before any company. فلينظروا look mean maybe many words in HASAB. Monitor, see, inspect, check, think, corrective action, everything. Don't eat anything. You must check, you must know, you must monitor, you must inspect. So I wrote it in my book, فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَىٰ طَعَامِهِ. It is a syllabus. It is outline of food processing studying. We teach people, students in the university, many of topics. All of these topics mean فَلْيَنْظُرُ, to know, how to know, to inspect, to test. You know sensory evaluation. Sensory evaluation, before testing the sample, chemical and microbial, we must test sensory evaluation. Sensory evaluation, one of sensory senses, it's eye. فَلْيَنْظُرُ, look to your food. This is my point. Man, as Dr. Ali said yesterday, Allah said, الإنسان, human. He didn't say Muslim, non-Muslim. He didn't say, who is the man now? Man maybe consumer. Who is it? A consumer, producer, inspector. All of these people must check or monitor or see food. And this is my آية. الآية اللي أنا حبيت I wish to explain. Okay. Food processing, as you know, we change, we produce, we transfer raw food to the new products. To preserve food, to extend the shelf life, and we must know this food. We must sure this food are safe, high quality, and nutritionist and healthy. In addition to, what is the, for Muslim, it's a must halal. These type of, some of food preservation and processing of food product to preserve food, canning, fermentation, aeration, dehydration, freeze drying, and others. Any one of them, there is a principles depend on heat, or low heat, or low temperature, or water activity, or acidity, or to prevent spoilage, food spoilage, and preservation food. This is what I said before. With the word طيبا. Word طيبا, we know in chemical and physical, in chemistry and physical properties of food. Any food has a physical, chemical properties. حلال طيبة, it is mean, or it is include, safe. Food are safe, free of microorganisms, free of heavy metals, free of toxicants, free of any harmful for human. Quality mean properties of food, chemistry, physical properties, sensory value. This is standardization requirement. And healthy means nutritionists maybe include now phytochemicals, maybe include now functional of food products. It's this food healthy or not. This is, I think, means halalan طيبا. If we want to produce food products, halal food products, we must talk about and safe and high quality and nutritionist. If we need to produce halal طيبة, we must talk about what is the requirement in raw food, what is the requirement in ingredients, what is the requirement in processing methods, also food additives, packaging materials, facility unit and unit operations, food handlers and requirements, legislation, testing methods, analysis. This is the point, new point, I think some of you maybe will ask me. Food defense. This is from 3 years, last 3 years, a new word coming for food defense. What is mean food defense? I will talk in the slide, next slide. Halal certification and prerequisites, ISO, HACCP, ISO, and GMB. Also, I will talk about halal marketing. We need halal marketing, know about safety in halal marketing, also halal networking. All of these requirements to be sure or to produce a safe and high quality and nutritionist food products. Halal food products. The first point, raw materials, or raw food. As you know, we have maybe animal source or plant source. Plant source, it's sometimes maybe we can say it's halal, almost halal, except if contain toxicant. Some of plants maybe naturally has toxicant substances. We know these plants chemistry and in food science, and we must prevent it. For animal, you know, it must slaughtering by Muslims, ensure complete removal of blood and from carcass and human handling to be practiced. So food products will be safe, not harmful, improve freshness, increase storage and شنو بعد؟ Ingredients. Here the point. As I think Dr. Dahlan said, EU numbers, food additives, also. Here we have ingredients. Some of ingredients now categorized. Halal. Some of ingredients categorized as amashbu, as from Bosnia said. And some of ingredients haram. If the source is from bacon, or the source of from gelatin, like gelatin, for example. We need here certification for food additives. You know, there is many type of certification. GRAS, one of the most important certificate. This is from Codex Alimentarius. Okay, we must know also these ingredients from source of these ingredients. It's from animal, from plant, from seafood, from synthetic or chemistry, maybe laboratory, bacteria, enzymes, and so on. Processing methods. Before 3 slides, I put slides about processing. Processed food, our food factories, to produce halal food has not been prepared, processed, transported, stored using any facilities, is not free of any unlawful according to Islamic law. Second, mixing production between halal food and non-halal food, it's not allowed. Also, any contact between halal food and non-halal food also prevented. Packaging requirements also to produce food product you will use packaging material. Okay, also packaging material must be safe, must be doesn't have any immigrates from packaging to the materials to the food products. Keeping the quality of food should be not contain any harmful ingredients. Must not be najas, and this the last point is important. It's a food grade packaging materials. Facilities and unit operations. This requirement means GMP, good manufacturing practices, which include, as you know, design, machinery, building, water, and other facilities to avoid cross-contamination and contamination, and sanitation procedures or hygiene procedures and others. Halal food must be prepared, processed, and transported and stored in factory have been previously used, not previously used for non-halal foods. Well, I told you before, mixing also. Handlers on halal food products must be trained, must be know what he is working, training on safety, on quality, and know about food development, know about halal food, personal hygiene requirement, and also must have a good health. Another point is important. Legislation, standardization, law, standardization. All type of all levels of legislation, we must work with them. There is many type of levels. In the first, there is a law, standards, and we have halal standard now, and we also we must work to prevent fraud and adulteration. الغش بالعربي. من غشنا ليس منا. Testing, how to know adulteration, how to know before lunch. My friend here asked Dr. Dahlan, why you use PCR? PCR, you know, before 1 year, 2 years, mixing meat from other animals with beef. By PCR, we can test or we can know these meat products are mixed with other animal or not. أيضا testing alcoholic drinks, alcohol traces in food products, testing gelatin also, testing food additives, detection of pork products and ingredients, the detection on analysis of food additives, or some of food additives categorized as haram. We need testing or laboratories. Other requirement, this is the new idea. I am talking here with I think more people, more experienced than me in halal. We must think now to establish halal food defense. Halal food defense. Food defense means protect food from intentional and unintentional contamination. To protect food from, or use food as a crime sometimes. Maybe. There is a direct contamination, there is indirect contamination. Food defense plan protect food from many of crimes or people, they want to fraud food, adulteration food, and so use food for crime. Food defense, it's a new term, maybe 3 years, before 3 years this word come. And we should here, as an institute, in Halal Institute, work in this term. Or maybe thinking how to make or plan halal food defense. Maybe a new project. I will set another slide, maybe we can work in it through Horizon. This is the point. Here, the point. Who like to work with me, from you, to apply a proposal for Horizon 2020, if you know it, to establish halal food defense. Maybe we can get fund from EU to establish halal food defense. And not when we establish this halal food defense, it's not for Muslim. Halal food defense, we must, in the last slide, my slide, in my last slide here, we must tell everybody, every human, nas, halal is a wisdom, halal is a benefit. And we must work in halal food defense. This is the point, research and development. One of the most important requirements in food product and any factory, research and development, R&D. R&D, now we have many development in food. We have phytochemicals. All of food mentioned mentioned in the Quran, now, the researcher found it has phytochemicals. Phytochemicals, it's trace substances prevent diseases. If you know, every food mentioned in the Quran, now, many papers. Inshallah, I will publish 2 papers this year, one of camel milk, the second in dates. I will my plan 20 papers on functional food or phytochemicals in Quran, and studying what the researcher found by science and what the Quran said in Surah or Ayat. Okay, developing of traditional food and innovative food, new products, isolate specific compound, maybe toxic, maybe we can think. I wrote it in the red, okay, and yellow. We should establish halal food consortium team research. We should apply for Horizon 2020. Could you work with me? This is my call in LinkedIn. If anyone didn't or doesn't know about what is Horizon 2020, he can click on this or in Google, H 2020. He can find many of about Horizon. Okay. Halal certification. To produce halal food and to market your products, you must have a halal certification. Halal certification require prerequisites. The prerequisites, GMP, HACCP, and ISO 22000 are needed. This is the principles of HACCP. I think you know HACCP. Most of you know HACCP. HACCP is preventative program. Protect food before manufacturing. That I said. فلينظر الإنسان إلى طعامه. الله تعالى سبحانه وتعالى هو قبل ما نصنع قال لنا انظر, see to the food. Here the HACCP, many steps, almost of these steps here include monitoring, corrective action, limitation. So that I said, Allah tell us about HACCP before 14th century, not Blisberry. This is the ISO 22000. As you know, most of you know, prerequisite and HACCP and ISO. Anyone I know and you know, anyone he want to stay has had halal certificate? The first question: do you have 22,000 ISO? If he has, it's easy to complete for halal certificate. Halal marketing also, any food product he need to sell his products. Halal food market, halal restaurants, halal displaying, all of these food chain are required for halal products and safety. Networking. Before, I think Dr. Sheikh said about networking, and maybe Dr. said about networking. Networking is a must, and many of stakeholders, we have many stakeholders, we can make networking for communication, for standardization, for research and development, transfer technology, many of these points. I finished. What is the last conclusion? My conclusion is بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وخلق كل شيء فقدره تقديرا. In Arabic. What is in English? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything and designed it in a perfect measures. Perfect measures, to be sure, this is the second point in Hasab. Yes or no? Or third point in Hasab? Yes, third point. Yes or no? Who is tell us about Hasab? Allah or Brisbane? Allah. We must defend. Halal food is bring wisdom. This is the point. We must defend. Halal food is wisdom. Halal food is a benefit. Thank you for everything, for listening.
Thank you very much for this interesting presentation, and now I would like to invite the second speaker, Czesław Rolla, the chairman of board in Center for Ecology and Economic Promotion in Poland, and the topic of his speech is HALAL principles for technology transfer.
Drodzy Państwo, szanowni przyjaciele, czy macie Państwo, może lepiej byłoby po angielsku mówić, tak? Czy would you like to speak in English? I try, but I'm sorry if I miss something. Okay, thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, we have come here today, the first time in Poland, on the International HALAL Convention, from many countries of the world, and of course from many Polish sides. There are among us are the best specialists, world famous, who have been dealing with halal for many, many years. I'm honorable, I'm happy, so I'm a member of Polish Institute of Halal. There are clerical leaders among us who set us the course of our development. Deeply memorized me the words of His Eminence, Grand Mufti Mustafa Celik. He brought us a message not only from Bosnia and Herzegovina, but from entire Muslim world, speaking of the importance of halal brotherhood between people and peoples. If someone asks me what is connection, what kind of connection is between halal principle and transfer, technology transfer, we need the first to look, what does it mean halal? What is allowed and what we should do to be according to the halal is the first thing. This is brotherhood between people and peoples. And when we have brother and when we have sister, what we want to do, we want to help each other. We want to support. We want to sharing your wealth and sharing knowledge, sharing your skills, help each other. And what does it mean for me, brotherhood? And when we meet someone in another city, in another country, we look for another people. This is brotherhood too, if we think in this way. So we want to share something what we have, when we have this. And how close are the wars to our Polish tradition? Not only for fighting for your freedom and ours, but also sympathy, kindness, and help to the other person or other nations. On the one hand, halal rules, and on the other hand, our tradition, Polish tradition and customs. See how much they have in common. Also. It's next slide, but many times in history, even in the days of socialism in Poland, we helped build factories, roads, train specialists in various countries around the world. When I was in Algeria, 300 kilometers from Algiers, south, in Tiaret, I met director of Veterinary Institute. He looked at us, opened his hands and told, look, my professor was from Poland. He teach me. I'm very helpful for his job, for his work. And this is what is important. And what should we do in order to implement the principle of brotherhood? What we can do, what we should do? Of course, we could organize some conference and transfer knowledge. Like today, we meet from a lot of countries, we talk about this halal principle, and we could change our knowledge. And we need to transfer our own experience, knowledge, through education, through training, what I meet in Algeria, in Tiaret. We should build jointly industrial plants together. We should develop common pilot farms, fairs, like we try to do in Algeria, together with Algerian people. And we should assist in sustainable development. It's a lot of much more. I could tell only about few of them, but it could be important. So, what does it mean, principle of halal, for technology transfer? What is important for us? Because what we have now, when someone is rich and richer. But when someone is poor and poorer. Any year, any 2, 3 years, this difference is bigger. Of course, not all countries, but we have countries, they rule very well, all is okay, but generally, we need to look in this process. So, this is all connected. This is halal principle, are connected with Polish tradition, Polish community. Because like before our great guest, His Eminence, said, we are common in our past. We go from one to few religions, but this tradition is similar in a lot of countries. I would like to show you something what we could talk much more closely about this, what we have and about technology transfer. I'm sorry, please. I try to write. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, I'm sorry. But when we look at some process, some chain of such time, development chain, it's based on Polish experience. If agriculture and agriculture industry, when we start from the ground and we go by this step by step to the consumer with this whole process, you see this is a lot of steps what is going. Each one step, it needs knowledge, machine, technology, some skills. And this, of course, this is not full of information, but it's some kind of schema. And for each steps, we need knowledge. So what we could do in this difference between countries, what we could do to think about our halal principles and about Polish tradition, knowledge. We should go with this and look at any kind of point of any kind of step and think what we could do. And for example, we have company, they want to go with some process to help. When we have agro-processing food, on the left side, for this, of course, we need machine. We need machine. Of course, we could buy this machine. We could buy this technological line. But the best way is to produce this machine in that country. So this company, Spomash Pleasure, this company is one of the biggest in Poland. They produce machine and technological line for more like 3,000 and 5,000 Polish companies. And with this machine, they could produce juice, they could produce jam, they could produce any kind of product from agricultural production. So this company would like to build some factory like we have in Poland, in Algeria, maybe in another country, to produce something made in Algeria, made in Nigeria, made in Philippines or something like this. They're looking for some partner. They want to share with this knowledge, with this production, to build machine made in that country. So, how we could do this process to develop this transfer, to develop this brotherhood between people. And we have another proposals And we work very close with Algeria. And we have a lot of delegation come from Algeria to us. And anytime we go to institutes with them, we go to some special products to show them production, how it's going. And we would like to connect this directly. Our institutes, like Agriculture Institute in Poland, the biggest one maybe, one of the biggest all over the world. Veterinary Institute in Puławy, the same. This is very, very rich, very big institutes. They were with us a few times in Algeria to find a partner to start to work, and they start this communication. We could do this all over the world. I know they organize seminars, they organize conference, but it's only to change some kind of science, knowledge, but not for production, not for people. So I think it could be good, we should think about this, how we could prepare and how we could do this. And next problem, maybe next question for us, how we should implement all halal principle in this production. Because if you want to produce some meat or something like this, of course, we need to look at this technology, production, how it's going, how to prepare this machine. And we should think about any kind of machine in this process to do. So this is really, if you would like to look at this like idea, like system, not only one time business or few times, not only to sell products. Let's try to this way. It's my appeal to Polish company, what we talk anytime, every time. Look, don't be afraid. Try to go, try to communicate, try to work together, to build cooperation, to build factory, help each other. Because today, if we look in Algeria, I'm sorry, I speak Algeria, I know Algeria very well, so this is big country, this is 4.5 times bigger like France. They also, they have about much more soil